Good afternoon, geometry guys. It's Mr. Jeffries in his sixth period geometry class. Don't forget, hit like, subscribe, and the bell. We're talking about special right triangles. This first one, it's a isosceles right triangle. It's called a 45-45-90. Why do you think it's called a 45-45-90? Yes.
It's got two 45-degree angles.
That's right, because all the angles are 45, 45, or 90. Now, that means that these two legs are congruent. Okay, now, to find the hypotenuse, exactly, the hypotenuse, you take whatever measure it is and you multiply it by the square root of 2. So, if this was, if this was 19, to find the square root, this is all what you just say 19 root 2. Not 19 squared. 19 squared is something totally different, but you just write 19 root 2. Okay? Alright. Now, as we're going through this, alright, so, I mean, it's super difficult. Okay? So if this is 6, this is 6, this would be 6 square roots of 2. No, it's not that number. This is 15 and this is 15, so this is 15 root 2. Now, let's say for instance, this right here was 17. Okay, well normally we multiply the leg to get that length, so we would actually need to divide that. Now, if you're using the calculators that are provided, okay, it's going to actually help simplify some things and keep me from having to teach a mini lesson inside of this. Okay, so you can actually type it in, 17 divided by second this 2. Alright, now yes, it looks weird, but so do most of y'all, and I'm just kidding. Quit crying over there. But anyways, that's what we would get if I had to teach the other lesson. The lesson I'm trying to avoid is something that you'll learn in Algebra 2, which some of y'all probably won't have me for Algebra 2, but, you know, oh well, come back. So this is the answer. Okay, now, what if your calculator doesn't leave it in this radical form? Well, we're going to round to the nearest hundredth, so this would be 12.02. All right, so it's really that. And then had some people, they were worried. They're like, wait, we got to remember these rules? I'm like, yeah. And they were, I was like, you remember, you get an orange sheet. Okay. And they're like, oh, saving grace. Okay. Now, let's flip over to the back. Bloop, bloop, pew. All right. Now, speaking of which, I know that sounded kind of like Mario Kart. We are at that time of the year where it's like the last lap of Mario Kart, where the music gets fast and things get stressful. So, yeah. All right. This is called a 30-60-90 because the angles measures are 30, 60, and 90. I mean, the creative juices were just overflowing on the days that they named these. Okay, now, A is always across from the 30, B is across from, all right, so A is going to be our short leg, or short side, and B is going to be the longer one, and then C is going to be our hip hop hypotenuse. All right. Now, The long side is 2 times the short. Okay. Somebody must have looked in the mirror. They started giggling. Now, the hypotenuse is the long side times the square root of 3. All right. Now, again, some people are like, what does that mean? Just hang on. All right. So, if I give you if I give you 8 is A right here. All right. Now, the B is going to be 2 times 8, which is 16. Yeah. The C is going to be this times the square root of 3. And that's it. Now, you may have to divide by the square root of 3. We know how to do that with the calculator. You can get you're going to get either a radical or a decimal. And that's basically the lesson today. All right. Now, tomorrow we'll have practice problems with this. Things in that nature. All leading up into our last test this semester before the exam. All right. For those around the world, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, the bell. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.